Good afternoon, you herb people out there. Earthy Wise Woman here. And today we are going to talk about agrimony, not alimony. I know I have to do that. Agrimony. Here's what it looks like. Okay, I'm going to sweep all this up. Oops. There we go. Agrimony. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. First, let's talk about the magical benefits or um, attributes of agrimony. Agrimony, planetary, is Jupiter. Its gender is male, and it is the element of air. Now, historically, it's been the cornerstone in protection rituals and a lot of healing rituals. Also, protection is very intense. Agrimony was also associated with the ability to remove hexes and curses. And that's one of the things it was used for. Initially, it was also used for detecting witches, ironic as that is. It's really kind of funny when you think about it. Um, Astrologically, it is also associated with the sign Virgo. Okay, seasonal, it's summer. Now, it is usually found in the northern hemisphere. So in Europe, Asia, even in North America here where we are. Now, it's a genus, and what that means is there's several flowers that falls under the same umbrella as agrimony. Okay? And initially, it was used for sleep as well. Now, there's a folklore that says that if you put agrimony near a person, they will sleep. And not just sleep, we're talking the sleep of the dead. They will sleep so strongly. As I mentioned, agrimony is very strongly used for breaking hexes, but it doesn't just break the hex, it sends the hex back to the person who actually gave it to you in the first place. So that's pretty powerful. Now, medically speaking, our health benefits is, of course, it's an anti-inflammatory. And one of the things it has been shown to be used for is detoxing. It is very good for detoxing. Some people say that it can be used for wound care. You can make like a tea with it and apply it to your wound in a form of a compress, and it will stop the bleeding. Also good for liver. Now, this is the what can I say? The jury's out on how much of it you should take, but it is good as a detoxant. So they said that in 2018, the effects of agrimony on the liver was done on 69 patients, and they were either given a placebo or the agrimony itself, and they found that the treatment of agrimony, the extract, had a significant benefit in the liver health for those who took it compared to those who had the placebo. So go figure. So I'm going to make this one quick and short. Okay, at least I'm going to try to. How you would use agrimony in a way to remove a hex would be as a banishing. So this is what you would do. Take the agrimony, I'm going to show it again. Grind it up, even finer than this, in a powder as much as you can. I would add High John the Conqueror oil with it, okay, and make it in kind of a pasty resin sort of feel. And take it and sprinkle it counter, notice the word counter, clockwise around a black candle. Now, if this black candle is in a jar, you would sprinkle it above the candle, counterclockwise. However, if this candle is a pillar, our standing candle, what you want to do is take the candle and lightly carve into it, unhex. Okay, because you can't really sprinkle it. Unhex, and then take the mixture of the high John and the agrimony and rub it into the unhex, into what you had carved. Take the candle and light the candle and allow it to burn completely out. Okay? While that candle is burning, I want you to spiritually envision the hex lifting off your body like a black film lifting up off of you and going back to wherever it returned to. Now, it's important to note, you don't need to know who placed the hex on you in order to remove the hex. The only thing you need to do is to light the black candle and again anoint it with the agrimony and the high John the Conqueror oil. Now, when we are mixing high John the Conqueror and oil with the agrimony, I want you to envision this hex being lifted from you or whoever you're making this for, okay? Now, I want to make a point of telling you, oops, my braid is sticking up. A little better. I want to make a point of telling you, if you are trying to help someone to remove a hex from them, please, you need to let them do most of the work themselves. And I'm not saying it because it's an aggravation. It helps in removing the hex if they themselves do the work because it is part of the process of removing the hex. So again, mix a little high John the Conqueror oil with the agrimony, okay? If you have a pillar, I want you to carve into the pillared candle, unhex. Then take the mixture of the agrimony and the high John the Conqueror oil, rub it into the word that you carved, and light the candle. If this is in a jar or a glass candle, sprinkle counterclockwise, as in to remove the same thing, the agrimony and the high John the Conqueror oil. Light the candle. In both cases, let the candle completely burn out and envision the hex lifting away from your physical body and returning back to where it came from. So as you can see, I just want to get back to the health benefits. It not only detoxes you spiritually, as in removing a hex, it detoxes you physically as well because it cleanses the liver. And that is something I want to make a point of. When we are talking about the mundane or the physical benefits of herbs, notice how it correlates so well with the magical benefits of these herbs. And also, let's not forget, this can also be used for protection. Okay, a protection. So I would take, as a protection, I would definitely take a white candle and I would sprinkle it clockwise, in a glass, if it's in a glass jar candle, and light it. And I would always light protection spells when you are about to travel, when you just feel not at ease, uneasy, light one. I also tell people that I consider something like a detoxing, this is also a detoxing. You can take the high John the Conqueror oil, and you can take the agrimony. I'm sorry, and you can, like, again, make it into a mulch. Add salt, okay? Add kosher salt or sea salt. Grind it all together and put it on a lighted charcoal briquette. And you can just walk around the house, and that is as a form as a detox, to detox your home. Okay? Now I'm going to give you that recipe one more time. Agrimony, high John the Conqueror oil. either I didn't say this before, so I'm going to say it, Himalayan salt, organic salt, sea salt, one of the three. Mix the ingredients together and put it on a charcoal briquette. First, make sure you light the briquette so it's already hot, so it's almost white. Sprinkle that mixture on top of the briquette and walk from the back of your house to the front of your house, detoxing your house of all ill energy, getting it out of your house. Now, my suggestion, whenever you're cleansing your home, it should be done at least once a month or whenever needed. Okay, so this is something that I would definitely keep as a practitioner. And I do. Okay. Agrimony. I mispronounced it. Agrimony. Take it, use it. Remember, element, air. Planet, Jupiter. Gender, male. Astrological sign, Virgo. Summer, of which it's most potent, summer. It is mostly grown in the northern hemisphere. It is a genus, which means there is more than one plant that comes under the umbrella of agrimony. So keep all of these things in mind. On a surface, they say protection and sleep, but it goes deeper. It is for removing hexes. Not only does it remove hexes, it returns the hex back to where it came from. So keep this in mind. This is Earthly Wise Woman wishing you all a blessed and wonderful day. Stay safe, stay healthy.